Sorry I can't go with you, Lois, but I have another story to cover.
Oh, that's all right, Clark. I'll see you in the office.
This looks like a job for Superman.
Superman!
uncanny how Superman turns up just when you need him.
I didn't even get a chance to thank him.
And welcome to today's stream. Man, that cartoon is probably, of all of the cartoons, it is my favorite Lois Lane of any of them. I mean, she's not conniving, she's not undercutting her coworkers. She's just, picking up the machine gun like Rosie the Riveter, kicking ass and taking names.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome.
Kryptonite dust, Soups would have steamrolled them. Yeah, we weren't on mic yet, but Coyote and I were just talking about how interesting it is that, back then, Superman had basic limitations like just stamina. He could be overwhelmed by overexerting himself.
Yeah, but
no kryptonite necessary.
It was scenes like this where it's like, okay, so he falls faster than the train because he wants to, and then he bounces. And then he just lands right on the track, and after a while, people were just like, oh, to hell with it, he can fly. The dude can fly, just fine, whatever. It wasn't even like a, it wasn't even like a massive transition, it was just, oh, fine, whatever, he can fly.
Fine, we give in. Yeah, sorry, I just stepped away, I had to tend to my allergies.
Oh, my allergies, I have to take my medication.
Alright, so shall we get this road on the show?
Yeah, let's get this show on the road.
Damn
it, you already did the inversion, I didn't have anything left.
I am the spoiler.
I forgot to click the button before I went away, so I just kind of left Coyote hanging with the "We'll be right back." Speaking of that bumper that we have there, Bane is the fucking coolest in this game, and he's coming up soon.
Oh, excellent.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, Bane is a very well done villain. Definitely, he's one of those instances where he broke the mold in such a way that it really, really worked well.
It's still snowing a lot. Yeah, it will continue to snow so much. The game is not launching, by the way. That's why we've been stalling for time. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's probably a good thing that I'm here today, because it's being it's being a little difficult.
Hello, everyone. My name is Arthur, and this is my distraction. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout.
Is that
That's from The Tick.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Arthur, go in there and distract them. I'm a guy in a moth suit. What are you, why, what,
There we go. Okay, I got it to start by just canceling the start command and then doing it again. So turning it off and on again genuinely fixed it. We'll say Bane in this game is a lot smaller than he is in Arkham Asylum. Yeah, it's before he gets quite that level of jack. This is still early on in his abuse of the
Venom
formula. So he isn't anywhere near as roided beyond all human recognition yet. He's just extremely well-built human as opposed to giant pulsating mutant.
Yeah, Bane, Black Mask, and the Joker.
Cancel my room service.
Bane, Black Mask, and the Joker. Something that all of them have in common that I think is very interesting.
Key for the chat overlay.
Or is it?
Okay, I'm just gonna keep fiddling with this. You carry on, Coyote.
Righto. So, all three of those villains, they have very different relationships to the idea of a mask and a secret identity. Because the Joker, of course, essentially has no identity. He has no mask. Yeah, that's just his face. But his face has been kind of contorted into a mask, and that has shaped his identity. Then you have Bane, who has no identity outside of being the self-professed bane of all that lives. But he wears his mask as an affirmation of his identity. And then you have Black Mask, who initially in the comics... Yeah, that's right. I was just going to go straight to the bank. Who initially...
right outside it.
Yeah. Who initially in the comics was using the mask to conceal his identity, but unlike Bane, who is like, I am nothing but a creature born of shadow, or the Joker, I am only what my traumas have made me, his mask was very deliberately chosen. It was carved from the sarcophagus of his dead father, who he hated, in the shape of a skull.
Which is so fucking cool. That's something that stood out to me when I played this game at the age of, 14. Was just, Black Mask is fucking awesome.
Yeah, and then later on...
Very death metal.
Yeah. But then, fairly early on, actually, the mask ended up getting grafted to his face.
Mm-hmm.
So his face, is his mask. And one that was very deliberately chosen and has a great deal of meaning to him and his relationship.
Yeah, really brutal.
To his family and to, well, the rest of Gotham. And it's something that he embraced rather than looking for a way to remove it.
It was burned onto his skin, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotham Merchants Bank. Hey, look, they got a big old Christmas tree with giant frickin' nutcrackers. That's nice. That's festive. Here we can overhear the thugs talking about their perception of order and how that's being disrupted by the bat.
Yeah.
We had a system. We did our crimes. The cops looked the other way. Politicians didn't give a fuck, and the citizens knew their place.
Everybody wins. Well, not the citizens. Everybody who matters wins.
Dude, he was just here for some discount artificial trees.
He was a criminal, I can always tell.
Yeah. Yeah, this Batman is definitely a lot more black and white about his approach, because he's got all of the trauma that is the foundation for his superhero identity, and the only one he's got to say, maybe you're not always right, and maybe you shouldn't punch every problem, is Alfred. And Alfred is very helpful. The game does emphasize that. You can go back to the Batcave anytime and press a button to hear Alfred Wisdom, and he will have something to say about what you've been up to. And you will gain experience points for acquiring Alfred Wisdom.
That is awesome.
Oh, yeah, we had a commenter on last stream who was very helpful with giving instruction regarding the blade counters.
Yes.
And he suggested... not in the face! He suggested Coyote spend some time off-stream practicing the blade counter timing.
Which I did have every intention of doing.
He also corrected a bit of a falsehood that I put out there last stream, and I want to correct myself, because I always appreciate feedback. When I said, yeah, when it comes to the martial artists, you can just button mash, that's only kind of true. When you see the counter prompts stack up and it's like 2 or 3 counters in rapid succession, you can push the button a few times too many and still pass that check. But if you just start button mashing whenever they're within your vicinity or something, then you're going to lose your combo and you're going to get punished. So I shouldn't say, "Oh, there's a martial arts, just button mash." Like that's not what you should do. Really, the ideal you should strive for is pressing triangle no more or no less than the amount of times that you need to counter the barrage of attacks. So if you see that he's coming at you and there's 2 indicators, you press it twice. If there's 3 indicators, you press it 3 times, etc. I'm guilty of pressing the button a few too many times. That's not a problem as long as you time when you start pushing the button to when he's attacking you. So I did want to clarify, wasn't trying to mislead Coyote or anybody watching. I also not trying to yell into Coyote's ear.
Ah, my poor delicate eardrums.
We're huddled around the same mic, but when I get on mic, I start my projector voice, and due to the angle, I was kind of yelling into his ear.
My delicate Coyote nerve endings, no.
Oh, that's one of Enigma's things.
Huh.
This is the part of the stream where it's RE fans, RE trivia. Yay, RE trivia!
Okay, that is not what I was hoping for.
Yeah, you don't actually need to hack those. You just need to hit him with a batarang.
Oh. That punch.
Bank of Gotham. Telephones. I wonder if you can get Zaz to call you.
No. No.
We've had very much enough of that. Thank you. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, what? The solution is not the front door?
I'm shocked.
I'm genuinely surprised.
I'm flabbergasted.
I'm not even kidding. I really assumed that the front door would be the way.
Yeah, at this point, I was like, okay, I'm supposed to go in the front door for crying out loud.
And the one time that Coyote just accepts his fate and goes along with the game's silly little rules, they change it.
Yeah, the one time.
They're like, what? Front door? Don't be ridiculous. You gotta use a different entrance, obviously. What kind of goober would just walk through the front door? Like, okay.
The Bat Goober.
This whole operation was your idea. While making RE6, Leon was to have only one handgun in the game. It was called the Sentinel-9. But somehow someone didn't get the memo, and Leon was given 2 handguns. Oh yeah! That's right, he dual wields in that game. Sentinel-9 was brought back as a pre-order bonus for Leon in RE Make 4. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I do think I got that, because... Yeah, the RE4 make was one of the few games that, from all the preview material, I felt confident and pre-ordered, which is always a mistake, by the way, even if you turn out to gamble correctly, that the game is good. And I say this as someone who still falls prey to this every now and then. I still, like, fuck it, I want the shiny pre-order bonuses, and I'm super confident in the developer. And hey, I don't get burned that often, because I do try to be careful. But I don't know. You can never know. It's still not a good idea to pre-order. But that said, I did have a blast with the RE Make 4. I did not regret that pre-order purchase at all. I'm still working on getting 100% completion on that on occasion while playing other games. But that's really cool, though, that basically the cut weapon from RE6, that if RE fans' sources are correct, was cut by sheer miscommunication. It came back in the series. It doesn't surprise me too much, though, that there was a lot of miscommunication happening on RE6's development, because that game was just such a mess of ideas thrown together with seemingly wild abandon.
Yeah, I need to play more of the Resident Evil games. I did some for Halloween a couple of years back.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7.
And that was a lot of fun.
Which I love Resident Evil 7. I think I probably made that pretty clear when I was in the live chat for those streams, that I just adore that game. I like RE7 and I like Resident Evil Village, but I do think I like Resident Evil 7 just a bit more of the two. Pre-order the collection edition with the Leon statue. Oh, that's so cool. I never got the collection edition because they oversold it. What the hell? Got my money back and put it towards the regular game. Okay, well, that's something at least. It's a shame that you slap the money down on the table and then they're like, sorry, we sold more than we had to sell. That sucks.
Yeah, it's like, okay, guys.
You should know how many you've got before you start selling, and certainly by the time that you run out, you should know.
Of everyone here, you were the ones that were supposed to be the professionals.
Yes. Oh yeah, there was a door on the roof the one time that roof access, which is your first natural instinct, is actually the correct solution. There it is. There's a door. Gotham Light and Power.
Yeah, there's two.
Resident Evil 7 was a great way to save the Resident Evil series.
Oh no, the bane of every bat.
Locked
A locked door.
There's got to be a way in. And it's got to be nearby from the quest indicator. Maybe, wait, the Gotham Light and Power box. Can you do it? No. Okay.
Maybe.
Oh. You see that?
Yeah.
Well, it is electronically locked, but I didn't see a box that you could hack into. Oh, not again.
Aha.
Aha. Wow, what the hell?
This is supposed to be for a bank?
Yeah, that's not natural erosion. That's like, oh, well, there was a hole in the wall from a previous robbery, maybe, so we'll just hastily half cement over it and call lunch and go home.
It'll just take some plywood. It'll be fine.
That's really quite embarrassing, guys.
It's like, wow.
Oh, there's corpses up here. That's a shame.
Yeah.
That wasn't you. The bat did not
I don't know.
blow these people up.
Are you sure it's not like he checked before just blowing up a hole in the wall with high explosives?
He checked because you could see the bodies through the wall with your detective vision if you wanted and pass over them to see their deceased status. So we could assume that that's what he did. Oh, also during the development of OG4, there was one of the versions that had Leon protect a girl and her BOW, that's bioorganic weapon, Wolf. The dog was to keep Leon's and the girl's infection in check. That's interesting. I love how many different ideas they went through in the development process of Resident 4.
Well, this is a bank. Why is it this freaking dilapidated?
As fine. There's a security box. Oh shit, a jammer. That's not good.
All right.
Where the hell's the damn jam?
Dude, this frickin' security system just needs to shut up.
I'll be shut it up from here. I love the sort of garble effect though that happens when your detective mode is being jammed.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's a really cool effect. This has got to be the
Give
point
me
of
the
entry.
claim.
Oh no!
Oh, that just goes up.
That's
Okay.
the ladder.
It was so far away. I was
later used in the game, Haunting Ground, or Demento. Oh.
Yeah, I had intended to practice against knife-wielding opponents.
Yeah, we just lost track of that.
I various concerns prevented this. So I'll probably take some time during this session, and I will rely upon the coaching of others.
Maybe you need to use the cryptographic sequencer so that Bats realizes that it's jammed, and then you can go fix it.
Maybe. Connection with computer jammed.
Raspberry.
Okay, he's not monologuing about it, so that wasn't it.
No. There must be some way to get rid of the jam. Probably not.
And apparently it's not down here.
Yeah, probably not.
So I need to go somewhere else, and then to unjam, and then come back here.
The only way to counter a jam is with peanut butter.
There's only one man would dare give me the raspberry. Lone Star!
Man, I don't know. Oh, hey. So you can still tell the jammer signal from out here. That should help you in determining where the jam is coming from. You should be able to see the icon somewhere.
That's my thought.
If it's like an individual carrying jamming equipment, then they'll get flagged with this. Huh?
For a moment, it looked like that part of the concrete had flickered, kind of that yellowish orange.
Yeah. I think that was just the detective vision revealing some of the Christmas lights behind the blue tint for a sec before correcting.
Yeah, might have been. Alright.
Where the fuck is the jam? I don't remember this. I'm gonna stealthily look this up on my phone real quick.
All right.
Honestly, I don't remember more of the game than I do because it's been so long since I played it.
Ah, that guy over there looks like he might be guarding something.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Those two guys, in fact.
Yeah. I don't have guns, so you can just run up and punch them. That's cool. Walkthrough is not wanting to buffer on my phone. He said he wasn't real.
I assure you, I'm not real. I'm just a figment of your imagination.
Close. This is the Mad Hatter sequence.
At least this time I'm not killing people.
Oh, also during RE6 development, Claire Redfield was to be in the game, but because she was already in RE Revision 2, Capcom had a rule that no RE characters can be in more than one RE game. Huh.
Curious.
Evil Revelations 2. Sorry, not Revision. Revelations 2. Oh, you mean released concurrently. So yeah, having Claire be in Revelations 2 and then released almost exactly at the same time. She's in Resi 6. Yeah, I see why they would want to avoid. Whoop! Cat on that. Look out.
Hello, Tamashi. How are you? And Tamashi just goes past me. He's like, you're just an impediment.
Oh! That's one of my favorite moves, when you toss them in the air and then kick them right square in the back. This ain't my lucky night. Yeah, that's for sure.
Not a good day to be a bad guy, is it? Oh, Tamashi, you can stay on my lap if you like. Yay, I have a cuddling kitty now.
Awesome.
Alright, so...
That's the police station.
Ah,
I'm trying to find out... Oh, okay, that's the cutscene I was looking for, I think. Okay, yeah, so there's Mad Hatter. A little further. Okay. Beat up some thugs, yeah.
I'm all over it.
Okay, so he enters through there.
Why is it taking so many punches to knock this guy down? Holy crap.
The signal scrambled. Do about... Oh my gosh. Okay, go back. Go back to the entrance of the bank. There was a way to disable the static from in there. We just didn't see it.
Okay.
Also had to skirt around the whole clone thing because Paul W.S. Anderson's Alice clones, that instead of Carla becoming a clone of Ada, she was her doppelganger.
Alright, how the heck do I get down there? Well, now the trapdoor, obviously, but...
Yeah. Okay, so...
I mean, after this.
Yeah. Okay. So, look above the door, like directly above the door.
Okay.
See that?
Aha.
Aha.
Okay, I have to actually be looking up at it, because there was no indication of it, just looking around.
Below, yeah.
Okay, fine, no problem. We got this. We're on the job. We're kicking bottom.
You actually have used a specific tool for these kind of things once before, but I forgot about it entirely as well.
Yeah.
You need the disruptor. Hey, you shut up the alarm too. That's a bonus.
Ah, thank goodness.
I feel very goofy for not noticing that too.
All right. Just do it.
I have
do
a
the
whole
thing.
rant on the Anderson films. Yeah, I've seen the first one, the first Resident Evil.
Open Sesame is the password.
Paul Anderson film. That's pretty funny, guys. Yeah, the most predictable password from a certain point of view. Access the Gotham Merchants Bank. Objective complete.
Yay. Ooh.
I mean, I should. Not that I'm going to. This is a perfect stealth arena, but looks like somebody already had their stealth level here, and they just fucking killed everybody. Is there a challenge map where you can go through here as the assailant and kill all these guys?
Maybe. That would be kind of cool.
Oh. More sinister or nefarious. Ratchet and Clank. That's another game series you've got to stream. I love those games.
Oh, okay, I thought for a minute you were like something more serious. Yes, Ratchet and Clank. Wait, what?
No. The word nefarious made me think of Dr. Nefarious, the villain in Ratchet and Clank 3. First film was great, second was bad, third was pretty good, 4 and 5 were meh, and the sixth made the second film look Oscar-worthy. Wow. I really don't like the first one at all. Even from a perspective outside of being a fan of the films, I found the first film to be extremely grating to get through, but I'm glad you got something out of it. Got a lot out of it, sounds like.
Don't worry, I'm going to use my explosive very quietly.
Yeah, I actually, when I was in college, there you go, bada boom. Yeah, it's fine. You can blow up when you're on it, that's fine.
Yeah, I want to frickin' be up
Dude,
there.
You want to be smart about it.
I want to use some.
Be smart.
I want to use some level of intelligence with this.
I don't think you're allowed. Wait, try running at it. Just like. Nope. Okay, there's no going back.
Okay,
That
well.
sucks. But yeah, when I was in college, I actually did a paper comparing the Resident Evil first game and the first movie, and talking about the process of adaptation and stuff. And I was not kind to the film at all in that appraisal. But it has been many years since I've seen it.
Oh, I sense treachery. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
It's Roman. Then who's Black Mask?
Well, judging from the mad cackling of his lady friend.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course...
Oh, shit! Yeah, the game's really loud there. Oh man, you turned it down that far? Alright.
Yeah, it was starting to hurt.
Oh, sorry. All the gunshots. He's got a lot of stops to make, all in one night.
Yep.
Oh,
jeez. Tried to save her, but couldn't. She'd already been poisoned.
Well, I had something a little special planned for after that cutscene.
What do you have planned for after that cutscene?
Well, I need to tinker with something, so he would pause the game real fast. So, did you guys know that YouTube allows you to change the thumbnail for a live stream while it's still live?
I did not know that.
Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. So, I just updated the thumbnail. I hope that YouTube was swift about catching up with that fact. But if it all worked correctly, you could go to the channel right now, where the live stream is, and not see it yet. Okay, well, it hasn't updated yet, but I did change it.
But it will.
And it will update eventually. So we'll get back to the game for now, and I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'll let you guys know when YouTube catches up, because I'm pretty pleased with the effect. Carry on!
My wayward son. Right, Tamashi? Tamashi says yes.
Yeah, Kitty is just laying on Coyote's lap all cuddlesome.
Which I am very pleased with, because he almost never does that. It's probably because I'm fighting crime. Anyway, back to the Joker's monologue.
Oh, well, the thumbnail updated for me on phone, but it's not updated on desktop yet. Should anytime. That's very clear. Thank you, Joker. One of these guys has a jammer strapped to him. Oh!
Look at
He
that.
just wanders into view. Great. Yeah, take him out. You take out the jammer. Oh, by the way, if you see that there's the R1 indicator with a green arrow pointing off your screen, you don't need to angle the camera to a gargoyle. Batman will automatically find a gargoyle for you if you press R1.
I am suspicious of this.
Understandable. Well, they just destroyed a gargoyle. They're getting serious.
Yeah, I sense they're feeling a little tense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, first time Bats meets the Joker. I love how they handle Joker's introduction into this version of the world.
Yeah, very, very nice. There's a movie, probably... extra 3 seconds of life. Yeah, very in character. There's a fan movie on YouTube, probably several versions by now, called Joker Rising. It focuses on the yeah, it focuses on the version of the Joker that is from the more recent trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very good.
Wait, which trilogy? Are you talking about the Christopher Nolan films?
The one where the trilogy where he starts out being shown training under Rasheg as
Yeah.
and yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the Nolan trilogy.
And there's a scene in there where it's between Joker and the Black Mask. And it's one of my favorite such scenes because, again, it kind of goes into the nature of the mask itself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You can only use...
Once per stealth encounter, yep.
Yeah, it's like... Once
that's okay.
Why would physics alter like that just because I'm indoors?
Something game balance.
Yeah. But there's a point where the Joker has finally become the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And he's confronting Black Mask of that world. And he's like, yeah, the mask, it helps to hide the fear, doesn't it? And Black Mask looks like you should know. No, I wouldn't know. My mask is never coming off. Which is one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it would be that the mask has finally been irrevocably torn off.
So yeah, there's a guy right down there. I wanted to mention to your right a little bit. So he's just hanging out down there, and his back is to you, and he doesn't seem like he wants to go anywhere. Now he has friends up there that, were this real life, would obviously see you. If you drop down,
Yeah.
they will not see you in the game. I feel fairly confident.
Are you serious?
I am. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident in that.
Well,
For how much I've played these games.
I have body armor.
Yeah, if you tap circle so you just fall straight down, then you probably will not be seen as you go for that dude. There we go. The indicator is so fucking finicky there. Just shit. Sleep now.
Yeah.
Only dreams now.
No pain, only gators.
Oh, that is a weird in-joke. That goes back to the Mafia 3 stream.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, for those, let me check, 2 people who enjoyed the Mafia 3 streams, we will probably not be getting back to that game, I don't think.
Yeah.
If popular demand should arise, then anything's possible, but I think when we've been talking about games off camera for the show, Mafia 3 wasn't a super great fit for the tone of these streams. It's a great game. I stand by that, at least. I know a lot of people shit on it, but I think Mafia 3 is really great. But it's aggressively and essentially relentlessly dark as a narrative, and at times very repetitive in gameplay. So it could be possible to make the gameplay very entertaining, but that would require probably a downright mastery of the game's mechanics, which not even I possess. And also the storyline is just extremely oppressively dark and grim, because it's a tale of bloody revenge, and the game treats it with the weight that comes with that narrative. There really isn't a lot of levity in Mafia 3.
Yeah, and I really want to
love to see the return of the silver case. Yes.
Yeah, the silver case. I'm thinking about
or how Harvey Bullock arrived in Japan. Yeah, he really is. That one detective is basically Harvey Bullock. Yeah, we hope to return to lots of the games we've played before. Mafia 3 is just hard to make work.
Yeah, I have no intention of going back to Mafia 3 for what we're doing here. It's
I feel
just
like these guys'
really
AI is bugging, because they just keep, like, they react to one thing you've done, and then they just get stuck there for a while. They aren't adapting nearly as quickly, which is...
I found another bug, yay!
It's consistent with Arkham Origins, unfortunately, that it has probably the most bug-prone... Oh, fuck, you were near a body in a grate, so they automatically saw you.
But it had been so long.
All that matters is that there is a body near the grate, and then they'll automatically
Oh,
see you
for
in the
crying
grate.
out loud.
Mafia 3, or How the Mob Took on the Clan. That's the one sequence that I wish we could have got to before calling it an end to the Mafia 3 streams, is the sequence where our protagonist, Lincoln Clay, massacres the KKK when he finds that they are currently actively engaging in underground illegal selling of human beings.
Yeah, that would have been sweet. Okay, it looks like...
Oh, no, you got too close to the body. Damn it!
Okay, so I'm supposed to be immune to 75% of their shots.
Actually, the way it works is that you have 75% more health versus bullets.
That's not what the description said.
Yeah, you're correct. The description is misleading. What happens basically is you've got your base health bar, and then you have an additional bullet health bar that is currently 75% the size of your basic health bar on top of it. And then they shred through the bullet health bar, and then they shred through the basic health bar, and then you're dead.
Well, yeah, that's great, because that way I can totally use tactics based on the information that the game is giving me to figure out the best way of taking out my opponents. Crap. All right, well, that changes literally everything.
Love to play RE Make 2. Oh my god, yes. That would make such a good stream. When I played that myself off camera, there were multiple points where I wish I was recording right now. Because RE2 Make is so good for the kind of reactions that it can garner. Now you can take him down without being interrupted. Oh.
No, I can't. Because apparently, doing the silent takedown didn't work. I mean, not the silent takedown, but the ground takedown.
You were doing the ground takedown, then he shot you off of the guy interrupting you, so you had to start it over again. Yeah, that's the balance on the ground takedown, is if you get damaged while you're doing it, then you can get interrupted.
Crying out loud, people.
The sequence acting a little bit buggy. It's something that kind of I noticed all throughout Arkham Origins, is this system is the most prone to just kind of locking up and the AI not knowing what to do anymore. You can just hear Coyote yell at Mr. X's first appearance. Oh, totally. Oh, nice. So he's busy firing that gun without control. Quickly.
Yeah, my Batarang can, traverse entire city blocks.
You can't possibly swing between these two. They're just too far.
Yeah.
It is frustrating to learn the limitations in the middle of the action like that. Yeah, all of these growing pains I have gone through. I cast no shade on you whatsoever. Yeah, Mr. X had the best reactions from me. Interestingly, I went in with a lot of different expectations about what my experience with Mr. X in RE2 Make might be. From hearing different people's perspectives and their experiences. Some people were like, yeah, he was a constant terror the entire game, which is great. And other people were like, well, he just really got obnoxious very quickly, and all he was an obstacle between me and the puzzles, and there was no horror or tension, there was just frustration. My experience was neither of these. My experience was that he was terrifying at first, and then very quickly became fucking hilarious. I can't... I don't know how to quantify it, but something about the timing of his appearances left me in stitches when he would just barge in when I was in the middle of something, right when I had, out loud wondered, it's been a while since I've seen Mr. X, and I just open the door, there he is, I start cackling.
Yeah, as a quick aside, observe this. Now, here's a door leading out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time for these goons, and they're obviously going to continue patrolling here looking for me for a while.
Yeah.
The logical Batman thing to do is to slip out and go after the Joker because he is the priority. But I'm not allowed to do that. I have to knock out each and every one of these goons first before being able to leave.
But yeah, that door is unimpregnable. It's sealed with giant bars.
Until the area is secured, and then I can open it.
Well, not that door, but yeah, you'll be able to leave.
No, this door, it specifically says secure area to continue.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if that door's just going to open when they get knocked down or not.
From what I have seen thus far,
Black Mask first. Well, Joker left with Black Mask, but yeah, the game is largely split between stealth and combat sections. Nice, you got away just in time. They didn't see shit.
And they should have seen me swing between those two, but somehow they didn't.
Yeah, when you're up here on the gargoyles, you're basically in a soft, invisible state at all times. The only time that you're not is if they've just seen you go up here, at which point you are exposed until you move quickly enough, at which point you re-enter that semi-invisible state.
Huh. Yeah, that's... It's very strange to me.
Oh, that was loud.
What? Do the thing, for crying out loud.
Holy shit. Cat! No.
No, he's fine.
Oh, sorry. The cat hopped up on the table and was partially blocking the screen. Yes, boy. Oh, there he goes. I'm sorry.
Poor kitty.
Okay.
Oh, well.
He's getting to be old, our cat. He's doing a lot of slinking about and kind of...
Alright, 3 remaining.
Look, he moves like every move is tiring. Oh, he's all spooked.
Yeah, I don't want to take a chance on another drop attack, not with my health where it is.
Yeah, you're gonna need to try and carefully pick the drop down, sneak up, stealth takedowns. You can probably get away with a smoke pellet takedown because the smoke pellet will cover you returning to your invisibility if you're fast enough. But if you're not fast enough, so
Yeah, it's.
oh, he might walk right under you for inverted.
I'm hoping so, but there's been
Come here, boy.
several points
can't
where
listen.
I thought they would, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
somehow
Come
it
here,
just
boy.
didn't happen.
Ah, he's too close to the corner.
Like that.
Damn it!
Kind of
All right.
like that. Now, if it wasn't for some other very non-intuitive things, to me at least, about this game,
Yeah.
I'd be looking at that, I'd be like, yeah, that's completely fair.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they figured out don't go into the gargoyles. That's completely cool. But there's so much else about this, I'm like, are you serious right now?
Okay, so how many left? Is it just those 3?
There's just those 3.
Okay. Yeah, if you get cocky, they will eviscerate you. But
Oh, yeah.
But you can probably take them down. Oh, it should be noted, by the way, that at least for my experience, for my money, Arkham Origins is the hardest of the Arkham games you've played thus far. So they do just kind of get progressively harder while also getting more intricate. Safe. You're invisible now.
Yep, that was close.
Very close. We're running out of guys. Good one.
Yeah,
Where's the
yeah.
bat? Bats.
Yeah, I like how they're covering each other. I mean, that was really good what they were doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another thing that's missing from this game compared to
Really,
Arkham Asylum
I can't
is
target the smoke pellets.
the goon dialogue is so much less for a lot of these guys.
I can't. I'm not allowed to use the smoke pellet. Did I already use it?
Yes.
I don't remember. Okay.
But yeah, another thing while I'm just picking at nits with Arkham Origins is the goon dialogue is so much less. There was the exchange with Joker at the start, and then it's just been pure silence this entire time. But normally they'd be like there's been occasional lines of like, oh, we're losing dudes, but it's so much less the constant back and forth between the criminal guiding them and the goons, where they're just constantly muttering under their breath and they're exchanging lines, and they're getting pressed, and the pressure is building, and like there's a lot less of that in Origins. The game expects the music to do a lot more of the heavy lifting, and we don't have music, so
because of copyright demons.
yeah, it's ridiculous how aggressive the bots are with music in these games in particular. By the way, I think I went on a rant about that at a different point, but in almost every case, video game soundtracks are not policed for copyright because they are soundtracks to a video game. So they're going to pop up when people are just playing those games. And while the laws are very gray still in terms of how transformative a Let's Play is in terms of copyright, currently Let's Plays are being tolerated as, oh, there you go, as probably fair use until such time as a court definitively determines that. Oh, good. You should just be able to jump him and interrogate him.
Yeah, I'm not going to count on that.
Oh, he's surrendering. His arms are up. He dropped his gun. He's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to get punched down. There you go. But in the case of the Arkham games, the music is policed just as heavily as like licensed music just on the radio, and that I think is pretty ridiculous, frankly. Goon 2, he's here. I can hear him breathing. Goon 4 to 6. Oh, live stream thumbnail update. Yeah! Yay! Live stream thumbnail update. I'm very glad about that. Yeah, it's Warner Brothers. That's exactly it, Ari fan. It's frickin' Warner Brothers. They police everything about as intensely as Nintendo or Disney. I think what Bats means is the police wouldn't stand a chance against someone like this, Alfred.
There's one other scene that I particularly like, dealing with Black
Is that door
Mask.
accessible?
Yeah, should be.
Okay.
And kind of just the nature of the mask where he's concerned.
You just walked past a blackboard that said "Days Without Robbery."
Hmm.
Oh my god! Oh, hey, it's the cops.
Okay, no problem. I'll just yump up there and then smash through the glass and I'm home free. Oh, wait. No, I can't do that somehow.
It's a brawl sequence.
Sigh.
Coyote complaining that he can't just circumvent the entire game.
Well, Batman would circumvent a lot of this game.
Yeah, but the game is the fun part. It's him. It's freaking him. Make it look good.
Just come on, do what I'm telling you to do here.
Oh.
No, come on, just.
Okay, so it has in fact been a week.
Well, it's not just that. I'm pushing. Yeah, sometimes it's my mistake. Sometimes it isn't, and that gets really old.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing that I have, 75% resistance to bullet damage. Oh, wait, no, I don't. Because the game lied to me.
Well, you have pretty much as good as by having a nearly double health bar.
No, that's not as good. If I had realized at the start that that's how the game was handling it, there's a lot of points in this I would have been handling very differently. There is no reason to waste my time fighting these people. All right,
Well,
now.
they just spawned you out here, so you can leave.
Awesome, now I can ignore them. Brilliant.
Didn't expect that.
I'm glad for it. All right. Sionis' steel mill. I don't have time for you.
I love that. Just showing yourself to the thugs so they shit their pants and then taking off.
And there's nothing to hold on to, apparently. Oh, wait, I can
Nope.
land on that. Cool.
Oh. Aha.
You have to get the angle just right. Visit Jezebel Plaza.
Oh, come on, guys. Come on, Gotham. Sheldon Park. Oh, of course. Bazinga.
Bazinga.
So,
Never got into that show.
Big Bang Theory. Well, probably that's very good because it's a travesty.
Yeah, I looked at it and I was like, okay, so the crux of this seems to be just laughing at the nerds and being sexist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the entire show. It's just, aren't nerds such non-human alien creatures? Ha ha. Don't worry, they're just as misogynistic.
All right, lots and lots of armed people.
Oh, another stealth sequence.
I would like to suggest that you make very poor life decisions. However, in retrospect, I'm really not one to judge.
Yeah, I am the one here dressed as a bat.
Yes, logic wins the day.
I hope you can forgive me. I'm going to hop away to get food.
Hop away, get food. Yeah, there's another scene in the comics that I'm rather fond of. that is between, ironically, not Black Mask and Alfred. Alfred, why is Ace in the peanut butter? I like the funny face he makes, sir. But between Black Mask and the Red Hood, which is another character who makes a fascinating use, in my opinion, of the concept of the mask, because he's used it to, in a sense, simultaneously take on and mock the identity of the Joker. And I always hated Jason Todd just as a character. Just even when he was Robin, I was like, no, this is horrible. And if I had been on, in the know when the phone lines were initially put out, like, should Jason Todd live or die, I would have voted die. So much later on, through a series of shenanigans that should not have been, he becomes the Red Hood. And one of the flashbacks for part of the Red Hood's run during that time period, I think this was frankly several crises ago. Alfred was, and I think I mentioned this before, Alfred was, talking about how Jason Todd was going on about, it's not that any of the supervillains of Gotham are actually insane. They're not. None of them are crazy. They just know that Batman won't kill them, so they have no reason to be afraid of him. And so the problem is that Batman doesn't kill. And, of course, Alfred is all, I didn't know what bothered me more about that. The realization that he was such a cold-hearted young man, or the realization that he was right. I'm like, oh my god, this is horrible. And he contemptuously referred to supervillains as dress-ups and what have you. And, it's like, oh, look at me, Mom, aren't I edgy? Well, quite some time later, after he's been the Red Hood for a while, and it was him against Black Mask. And he's in full costume, and Black Mask is, of course, in his, fine suit with his, black skull face. And Black Mask gets some great lines in this. And, Jason Todd says something contemptuous about the dress-ups. And Black Mask points out, yeah, you're wearing a costume, I'm wearing Armani. You're wearing a mask, I'm wearing my face. The only dress-up around here, kid, is you. Which, again, the relationship between a mask, identity, and the possibility of, using it to shield your identity or your emotions or both. One of the reasons that Batman is so terrifying, of course, is the mask that he wears, where he has taken on the identity of a night creature. And in the process, he's created a new identity of horror and mystery. Give me the cue. Give me the cue. Not going to give me the cue. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alfred, why is Ace of the peanut butter? He makes a funny face, sir. It's cute. But is my crunchy peanut butter? Hanari Fan says he does become Red Hood, then he drops out and becomes Red Robin. Then he said, I'm back to Red Hood. And, like, yeah, I didn't mind him becoming Red Robin so much because it indicated that maybe he'd gotten over the reasons that he had become Red Hood. You know? And it was kind of a cool little half tie-in to Kingdom Come, which I also liked. I thought that was kind of cool. Did not mind that in the slightest. There we go. There's a 2-for-1. I love that. But then they were like, no, we need to go back to him being Red Hood. Like, okay, of all the times to be consistent with something, you had to be consistent with that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Red Hood. And I'm not going to go into all the reasons for it here, because I have in the past. Okay. There's 2 left. Yeah, I don't know if they do this in the video games or not, but in the comics, as I say, there comes a point very, very early on where the mask that Sionis made for himself, with all of its, emotional weight and symbolism, it ends up getting grafted to his skull and basically becomes his face. And Sionis, of course, is just a little nutty. So he adapts. He's quote-unquote fine with it. One famous scene when he's about to reprimand some of his goons is, I realize it's difficult for you to tell, but I'm not smiling. Okay, and suddenly I'm immobile? How did that happen? Okay. So I have to swing over there to move. Alright, fine. Are you feeling lonely? Looks like one guy left.
Dang. While I was off getting food, you just handled these guys. Nice.
Well, it took me a little bit to adjust to how the health bar actually works as opposed to how I thought it did. But I think I've got it more or less figured out. Come on. Nope, not allowed to go there. Alright. Can you just jump off that? Can you do that? Can you do that? That'd be cool. While he's facing the other direction? Yay.
Nice.
All right. I will never need it, Alfred. There's no such thing as foreshadowing. Okay, this is either going to be another stealth scene or it's going to be a badass cutscene. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth scene it is.
Oh no, it's a brawl.
No, there's a guy up there with a machine gun.
He'll jump down, don't worry. He won't use his high ground as advantage or anything. He'll just hop down and try to shoot you directly in the face.
Why would he do that?
It's a brawl sequence.
My head hurts. Okay. All right. So we're just following the rule of cool on this one, right?
Yep. Alfred, make sure the next episode of Hellsing Ultimate Abridged is queued up. Also, prepare my lobster soup and steak. Plus, we got the ritziest possible eats to sit down and watch Hellsing Ultimate Abridged.
All right. I didn't want to interrupt them because I love listening to the mobsters' takes on their bosses, but it is time to be awesome.
Woo!
Okay. Triangle. Okay, that was just me pushing the wrong button.
He's got a gun!
Of course he's got a gun. We all have guns.
He's got a gun!
It's 1263 and we're all barbarians. Oh, really?
Top of the fucking
really,
railing.
bats? I'm not satisfied with that.
He's finally down. Just bullied that one thug till he dropped. Whammo! Alright, that's it. Victory.
Yay.
What's the bat doing here?
Oh, just hanging around.
Everyone always asks, what's the bat doing? They never ask, how's the bat doing?
If only I had some kind of device to allow me to access or hack some kind of sequencer to, solve cryptic graphical interfaces. Something like a cryptographic sequencer.
Well, that would just be spiffy.
But no.
Unfortunately, we live in a society.
It's probably Reagan's fault.
Goon 1. Well, I knocked your mother last night. Bats, my parents are dead.
I'm a necrophile.
Good one. I know. Batman narrows eyes and then just jump cut to him having all of his bones broken. The Goon just interned to the hospital, full body cast.
Yeah. I have one rule, but you'd be amazed what you can live through. All right.
Maybe the other door? Or is that one also cryptographic sequencer locked, except but with a special password?
Okay, that's the one
That's the crypto locked one. There's one that's along the same wall.
I'm looking for it. Ah, there it is.
I don't see a sequencer.
Should be good.
Haha! Batman taking the stairs is always kind of funny. Dink.
Well, that's disappointing.
They have battering-proof, disruptor-proof cameras. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. Camera's fake. Hey, look! You actually have an option of ways of entry in this one.
Oh, that's good, because there's two of them armed.
Like, one of them said, yeah, he opens his door, we'll fill him full of holes.
Not exactly an incentive for me to open the door, is it?
Yeah. Well, what's in it for me, huh? Those are Argus cameras. Argus cameras.
Argus.
It's Sionis' office. There's a lot of money on the floor.
Yeah. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Okay.
You can go onto the rafters. They won't see you. You're up high. You're invisible.
Yeah, I was just... I couldn't see through myself. Oh, they could see me.
What the fuck? Oh, you probably hung around there too long.
Okay, what part of invisible equates to hung around there too long? I was trying to control the camera.
I thought that had all the coverage of gargoyles, but apparently it only has partial coverage, which means if you stay within their field of vision too long, then they'll notice you.
Yeah, I was just trying to angle the camera.
Amanda Waller's group. Oh, that's what that is.
So that I could actually see through my bat shoulders.
You seem to know a lot about Amanda Waller, Ari fan. She comes up a surprising lot out of you. And in fact, you're probably the only person I know who really talks about her. I assume you've seen Suicide Squad. I have not actually. Come to think of it, I've never actually watched or read any Suicide Squad at all. I only know it through cultural osmosis. Well, it is a brawl sequence, so I would just get in there and punch him.
Yeah, I want to just roll in there and punch them when two of them have
And the Justice
guns.
League series. Oh yeah, I never watched the original Justice League either. I have seen Young Justice though, which I really love. So I will eventually go back to the catalog of DC animated series. I know that most of them are really, really good.
Okay.
I've started watching a bit of Batman the Animated Series while also watching a bit of Batman Beyond. And just kind of hopping between those two sporadically. And those are both really good.
All right. I'm going to... This is ridiculous. I'm going to try to do this. Hey, not even close to what I was trying to accomplish. Excellent. No, just... What the hell does it take to be able to actually target someone in this? Oh my god.
Oh, the armored one has the gun now. Hey, triple cape stuff. That just floored him. Eh.
I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, damn it, I thought you were down.
Now he is.
Okay, and I can't attack him now.
Well, he's armored, but you can just use the ground takedown on him.
No, I can't. Oh, yeah, I can. It just didn't want to show me the queue. Okay, that's fine. All right. Analyze Black Mask's computer.
Elite Hacksaw mode activate. Police crack down. Drugs no longer a problem in Gotham. I don't believe that at all.
Huh.
Oh, he has a pacemaker. Now you can, quote unquote, hack the other door.
Janus security codes acquired. All right. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of leveling up.
We do a little leveling.
Yeah, finding out that the armor did not work the way that I thought it did is disappointing. Yeah.
It says plus 20. Okay, so it says plus 25% batsuit resistance against direct melee attacks. Now, you already have batsuit resistance. That's just what they call health. So you gain an additional plus 25% health per purchase. Against specifically direct melee attacks.
Okay, I have only two problems with that. One, that's not what that means. Two,
they're just stylizing, telling you about hit points.
Yeah, they're just redefining what words mean without telling the player.
They're saying batsuit resistance. What does batsuit resistance mean?
It means the ability to resist damage such that it does not affect you.
Well, yeah, but hit points in a game is pretty much equivalent to resisting damage.
No, hit points is your ability to take damage without dying.
But you can...
They're not the same thing.
Okay.
And here we have, all right, plus 25% bat resistance against direct melee attacks, minus 25% total.
Well, it doesn't say minus. I mean,
traditionally, if you have a dash in front of a number, it's a minus. And then you goes up to another plus 25%, all the way up to 75% total resistance. It doesn't say absorption. It says resistance.
Yeah, it's an additional plus 75% health. Batsuit resistance is just them saying health.
Okay, if they mean hit points or structural damage capacity, I'm just saying it would have been nice if they had said that.
Well, they don't want to because that's less immersive. Calling it batsuit resistance is more in-universe. Just saying health points isn't really applicable to this game because it doesn't... It's not an RPG, so...
This is the same game where if you're outdoors, you can use gas pellets with a cooldown, but if you're indoors, somehow you can only use one at a time because the enclosed space causes only one to be available until you leave the room.
That's just game balance.
Great immersion, guys. I'm just saying
no game can go all the way.
I know that. I'm just saying that when you're building model, it's going to be imperfect, of course, but it would be nice if they had structured the phrasing of it so that it was less misleading.
I've never had an issue with it. I'm sure that doesn't surprise you.
How long have you been playing video games?
There you go. We're back to that again. But I mean, you can just tell while playing. You when you buy your first upgrade, the visual is your health bar extends. So.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Oh. I am baffled.
I'm baffled at how you can see the doors in the walls of this sometimes. To me, there's a lot of pixels here.
Yeah.
And sometimes they translate instantly and sometimes they don't.
Sorry, the concussion upgrade. What's that upgrade? Concussion detonator, that's the basic one.
On
the right, what's that?
Blinds and confuses anyone caught in the blast radius.
Yeah, that's the standard
Yeah.
one.
Stun
Stun
duration.
Okay, that one affects your boost to increase enemy
Yeah.
recovery time.
I
These them
don't
stun longer.
use it enough for it to really.
Oh, well, you did get some good use out of it before when you didn't have the smoke pellet. You can just detain one enemy for a bit. I think that's actually why they made it, because they realized the smoke pellet was kind of overpowered in Arkham City, because you could kind of just spam it after a brief wait. And the concussive detonator is like, okay, well, here's something that you can use endlessly on a cooldown that's nowhere near as powerful as the smoke pellet. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
I suppose, though.
Is that a smoke pellet upgrade? Down there. You smoke volume, okay. I was hoping that was 2 per instead of 1 per, but now it's increased volume. Still good, though.
Yeah. I mean, please don't misunderstand. This is still a great game. I still enjoy it, but
I do sometimes get frustrated when it feels like you're giving the game shit for the fact that you are uniquely tripping over stuff, and I'm like, it's game design, bro.
No, I'm not uniquely tripping over stuff. I'm tripping over stuff in a way that someone who's been accustomed to how video games phrase and structure things since they could walk would not trip over.
Okay, yeah.
That's with respect.
Yeah, no.
I don't feel that's the same thing.
Yeah, no, you're right. I just mean, I do sometimes feel like I need to come to the game's defense because you're giving it a hard time for stuff that's not the game's fault.
Well, you know, there are points that you run into this with tabletop as well.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody who's just getting into the early edition Dungeons and Dragons games, they're going to look at movement rate. It's like, why do I have a 12-inch movement rate? What the hell? No, that's not what that means. That is what that means. Okay, in this game, it's different. Where does it say that? This one obscure paragraph in this one book over here, and it's not a bullet point, it's just a paragraph.
Yeah, I constantly bitch about the dense paragraphs that could have been tables in a lot of the earlier D&D books.
But, they were also written during a time period where the writing style itself was very different. People complained in the 70s and early 80s about how many charts and bullet points there were in the Player's Handbook and Dungeon Master's Guide. And it should have just been written out because it just went without saying that if you want to find out something, you read it like the paragraphs of a book.
And that is so baffling to me. I can't even understand living in that headspace. It is alien to me with how foreign that perspective is. So, yeah, it's all about perspective, this whole life thing, really.
Okay, so question.
Yeah.
When it says cross plus circle, does it mean press both at the same time or one and then the other in rapid succession?
It means press both. If that's what the plus means, it means simultaneously. If there's a comma, that means sequence.
Okay, I'll try to remember that. Yeah, more ballistic armor would obviously be useful. The multi-ground takedown can be useful if I can remember how the heck to use it. So
you also, at the moment at least, rarely get very high combo, because I at least to my perception, it feels like the way that the game's free flow combat just kind of flicks on once you hit a combo of 3 and changes the way Batman's moveset works hasn't really clicked with you still.
I don't understand it at all. It's very alien to me.
What it is like before you enter free flow combo mode, you should do the training for this as well, because that would actually really help it click, because they have a whole training dedicated to just this function.
Oh, I'm planning to.
Yeah. Oh, did you want to do that fully off stream, or would you like to record that in case you wanted to have a compilation as a separate video or something?
I was thinking about doing a little bit of training today.
Oh, okay, great.
Before I go to the next.
Yeah, we've got some time for that. That may be how we end the stream, though, because it is about 5:30.
Would Batman's moral code be thrown out of the window during the zombie outbreak? No.
No. Yeah, he still wouldn't be killing people. He might be killing zombies, but he wouldn't be killing people.
Yeah, but zombies are not people. Zombies are animated corpses.
Yeah. If Batman got jumped by a villain who was possessing, like, reanimated skeletons or something, then he would bash those to bits, no problem, because they ain't people. It would be cool though to see a. I'm sure some
Whoops.
fiction like this exists. It'd be cool to see a story sometime about basically a zombie outbreak, but with lots of different undead, and it's not clear at first just how human these resurrected corpses actually are, and most people assume that they're just Resident Evil zombies. Get your gun, go blow some heads off, because the zombies, they don't communicate. They shuffle around, they shamble. They may not even be that aggressive. Some of them might be, but some of them may not be. But all they have to do is just kind of shamble about and moan, and you're going to have yahoos grabbing their zombie survival kits and blowing them away. And then have the twist be that these are actually people. They're just confused. Zombies are living dead. Would he start using firearms to take down zombies? I don't think he needs firearms. He can use gadgets. Batarangs are more than enough to destroy a zombie brain. You probably shouldn't walk in the front of that turret.
I disabled it.
Oh, well, you're good then. I didn't notice. I realized as I was saying that if there was a risk, you would have already started shooting you.
All right.
Back around again.
So...
Can you just jump out there?
That's what I'm thinking.
That's where it's in the direction of the locked door that you got the code for. Oh. You push forward and then hold X, then you should jump. Or yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah, what if zombie apocalypse, except the zombies are not actually just reanimated dead? What if they're actually people that just don't know how to communicate? And then you have the gut punch after people have been doing the zombie murder, where one of them finally figures out how to start talking again. So the door in question is directly behind you.
Yeah, but I want to see if there's anything else here.
All right.
All right, there's...
Yeah, we'll get into it in the tutorial, but basically there's 2 modes to this game, and you rarely enter the second mode for too long before you miss a hit or like miss one of your strikes or get hit. But once you enter the free flow mode, you can just... I've described it before as steering Batman as just a river of violence that flows from one enemy to the next. Initially, your attacks have minimal range, like just directly in front of the length of your fist, essentially. And you just do little jabs. But once you hit that 3rd hit, you enter a state where pressing square doesn't swing in front of you. It launches Batman almost any distance toward the enemy that the analog stick is currently pointed towards. He will just latch onto them, zoom over, and then one hit black into the ground. And then you send him to zoom over to the next one. And you just keep doing that. One button press at a time, whap, whap, whap. And if somebody tries to hit you while you're doing that, you stop doing that, and so you press triangle once to counter, and then you keep doing that some more. That's the basics.
I've accidentally entered that a few times, and I found it very annoying, because I would try to target someone nearby, and I would go in a totally different direction towards somebody like across the room, and I end up getting myself surrounded.
It's all about where your analog stick is pointed at the time that you press it. And by the way, never worry about being surrounded. Surrounded is almost a good thing, because then you can easily track when the attacks are coming you need to counter. If you're timing your button presses, you're invincible. You never need to worry about getting ganged up on.
Well, in my case, that's a pretty ponderous if.
Yes, it's definitely an if. Yeah, I don't think you can get up there. I think you just gotta charge it.
No, my batarangs don't work anymore.
Your grapnel gun?
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't work in this room. Because don't worry about it. Oh man, that's classic though. The big circle as part of diegetic level design that perfectly forms the combat arena. Love that.
Oh well, I guess I just run in and try to pummel them before they pummel me.
Abandon all reason.
That want! That want!
There you go.
Okay, sometimes it works.
Yeah, it is rather like with the Deathstroke fight, although of course fighting a group is different than fighting one person, because it is still largely, you're more reactive than you are proactive, though you will still take proactive action as well, and you aren't so much directly controlling Batman and pressing a button every time you want him to swing a fist, as much as you are indicating, pushing a button once each time to indicate an enemy you want to delete. You just point Batman at an enemy and push the square button. He does it. That only starts up once you hit your third hit. Then he starts one-hit KOing. One-hit knocking over. Oh! Triple takedown! Triple counter, love it.
Dude, you were a mile away. How did you hit me with that thing?
Yeah, if they're attacking you, sometimes it's possible for them to miss. Generally, you just need to counter. During the zombie apocalypse, bats, I won't use firearms. Nightwing, I keep one for last resort, but I won't use it. But I won't use it. Red Hood, zombies die. Zombies go dead. Zombies go boom, boom, bang, ha-ha.
Yeah.
Bats like, I'm glad you're having fun, Jason. Whee!
I would love to read a story sometime where the Red Hood is just strapped to a table and set on fire. That would be so awesome. I do not like the Red Hood, like, at all.
I think the character has tremendous potential, and I've seen some of that potential in the Arkham series, actually.
The character does have tremendous potential. It's just, I've yet to read a story where that potential was effectively actualized.
I can agree. I have a lot of frustrations with most portrayals of Jason Todd. Sometime check out the Batman animated movie Under the Red Hood. It is a near flawless telling of the original Jason Todd story in a way that fixes what problems there are. Like, it takes the basic blueprint of the Jason Todd story that was never a bad blueprint and executes on it better than the original ever did.
Yeah. The original story may not have been a bad blueprint, but so far as I can tell, we've never seen the story as it was originally intended because editorial mandates got involved.
Well, we've seen the best version of the story in the animated film Under the Red Hood. Because they take the best bits from the pre-mandate and post-mandate concepts and they make a coherent story that actually works very well. The biggest point of confusion for me in how it was handled in the comics was the extremely sloppy resurrection and the confusion about real Jason or not real Jason.
Yeah, that was...
And that shit.
That was very annoying.
And the film handles that beautifully. It has an excellent conclusion, too. I really can't say and give enough praise to Under the Red Hood. Also, John DiMaggio's Joker, holy shit, I was not expecting him to be that fucking good. He's one of those, like Heath Ledger, where it's like, very different Joker, still a great Joker. As opposed to the Joker in, say, Young Justice, where it's like, very different Joker, and is this really Joker? I don't think this is Joker. Where like you can deviate from the basic formula, but there are certain key components you have to get right. And the same thing goes for Batman or really any character that you're adapting. You're kicking ass, nice. Oops, it swung the air set. That's okay.
It happens.
But John DiMaggio brings an excellent performance. Against the regular armored ones, you don't need to do the triple cape. You just do a single cape and then mash square. While he's on the ground, though, you just need to do ground takedown on him.
Yeah, it's telling me to do something else, and it wasn't working.
But yeah, it was just giving you general advice on how to deal with an armored foe.
Oh, for goodness sake. No, I didn't want you to do it now when I'm telling you do it now. I just meant in general.
Well, I wanted you to do it earlier, but instead you did a triple cape and knocked him over. Once you do that, and he's the last enemy, all you can do is ground take.
Yeah, but it kept telling me that I should do that instead, and he's a special enemy, so...
Oh. Now there's the guy you need to triple cape stun, because he's a huge brute.
Fighting opponents should not be like trying to figure out the combination to a safe. This is a great game, but I will confess, this is not my favorite part of it. Oh yeah, I did the...
Yeah, it is. It's still very much like a rhythm game.
Yeah, it's like there's times here...
Yeah, it's not
when...
Kingdom Hearts where you are the Sora swinging a Keyblade. You're not so much Batman punching dudes as you are guiding Batman when to punch the dudes. He handles the specifics. Just let the animations play and press the buttons with appropriate timing, and that's it. Oh,
I pushed the button with the appropriate timing.
I didn't mean to say it like it's easy. I know it's not. John DiMaggio's Joker was so much better than Brent Spiner's Joker. Yes, that's exactly what I was saying. I forgot it was Brent Spiner who did the Young Justice Joker.
Yeah, normally Brent Spiner is an amazing actor, by the way, and I was leaping over him, so I don't know how that happened.
I don't know, actually. That was bizarre.
Fortunately...
We need more muscle! That was pretty funny. Oh, here he comes. Crap.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, I'm just here to watch. That's good.
It wasn't that you were pressing X that it didn't do anything. What's supposed to happen is when he slams you to the wall, that's when you mash X to escape. But you didn't survive the initial hit because your health was already so low, so you didn't have a chance.
But I'm trying to avoid mashing.
Only mash when it tells you to mash. There are situations where you have to button mash, and that is one of them. He understood the assignment and just whiffed it. Yeah. John DiMaggio did a fantastic job, but Brent Spiner, he's just like, I am the Joker. And it's like, all right, go home. I'm not buying you.
Well, you have to bear in mind, when Brent Spiner started playing Data in Star Trek The Next Generation, to my understanding...
Oh, that's a classic tactic from Arkham Asylum. Make the big guy just trample his friends.
Yeah.
It works very well.
Okay, that was dumb luck on my part.
That was. You had like one frame to do the second dodge, and you just.
Oh, come on!
Oh.
Yeah, it just does nothing. Why do I bother? I do have.
It actually looks like when he grabs you is when you mash X rapidly. That's why it shows the flashing X.
Yeah, and I was doing that, and then I just got to watch. No, come on, camera! Don't do that!
Don't do this to me! Not now! Not like this!
You're a good game. You're a good game. I know you are. Don't do this to me.
You're a good little game, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Origins. Come on. Oh. You won't do it. Whoop. There you are. I mean, this is slow, but it's working. Oh, shit, he stunned himself! He got time to punch some dudes, yeah. You won't do it. Oh, look at that.
Okay, again,
dumb luck.
Dumb luck on my part. I should not have made that.
He's gonna do it. Oh, there you go. That was a perfect
dodge.
Whoops. Here he comes.
there he goes.
There he goes. Whoops.
What? No, that's not what I said to do.
Well,
that was not even the direction I had the analog stick looking.
Well, when the other grunt went down, you already sent us an additional square prompt past the point he was down, so that had to go somewhere, so it ended up on that guy. Whoop. Alright, now all you need to do is do the triple cape stun.
Yeah, he's not in the... Good, there we go.
There you go. Now the beatdown. That's where you do button mash, also. And
apparently
rip off
not.
His armor? Nice. Yeah, he
not sure what happened there.
You ripped off his armor. You did it. You succeeded. Now you got to do it again to finish him off. Because the previous brute you faced was just a regular brute. If he's the armored brute, then he has to get 2 beatdowns. One for the armor, and one for him.
Hawaii Smash!
Yeah, Hawaii Smash. I don't think All Might's actually used that one yet. He's done, obviously Texas Smash.
Yeah, but I mean, well, the Hawaii Smash is little known. It's kind of an archipelago of
Go see
combat
Godzilla
maneuvers.
-1. Great film. I've never seen a Godzilla film. I played some of the video games though.
That's where I came from.
Didn't one of the films have like a cameo from Bryan Cranston? I almost saw that movie just because of Bryan Cranston, because I love him. All right.
Well, it's been demonstrated to be a false wall.
Yep.
So logically, in fact, let me just make sure.
What? I'm not sure what that was in response to. Am I not seeing a Godzilla film ever? There's a lot of Godzilla, but it's never really been my thing. Nope, you need something else to get past that.
There's so much of this game that feels arbitrary. And it again, let me emphasize, for all that I have trouble with the game, sometimes 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 it's just me, sometimes because of a collision effect
The Monster vs. Godzilla films are so good.
between myself and the game. It is a good game, but there are points that it gets very frustrating because of the counterintuitive nature of what's going on.
Not with explosive gel. The thing about explosive gel is it's designed to destroy, as it says, weakened walls. It can't destroy full strength walls, and even though that's false, apparently it's a full strength wall.
I can't jump over that; it's too high.
You can climb over the box next to it. Pallet.
But it's even higher. How would that be possible?
It's flat.
Oh, fine, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's coded
Okay,
to be climbable. Just
my head hurts.
More of those nuances you pick up early on. Oh, I remembered what those are for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize a lot of people seem to have seen Godzilla. It kind of baffles me that it is such a cultural phenomenon, though. I mean, just starting from the fact that it's a foreign import already lessens its chances of being mainstream, but somehow this niche, cheesy special effects type of series of monster flicks is huge. It might just be because it was one of the first of its particular kind, and I guess if you like giant monster films, you're going to like Godzilla because it practically invented giant monster films.
Yeah, I've seen all of the old Godzilla movies.
If you get to the center of that and then point in one direction, you should be able to do a drop-down zipline smash through that.
But, I mean...
No. Oh. Okay, yeah, just...
Yeah. All right, so, again,
Yeah, turn around.
Yeah, again, this is kind of frustrating because I'm like, okay...
Walk a little bit forward.
It's...
Exit zipline.
Yeah, okay, it's not as bad as Zork.
It introduces how each tool works independently, and then you build your catalog of how each tool operates, and you use any given, like, the right tool for the right job, essentially. You recognize the
that process
cues.
In and of itself, I don't have a problem with. I just have the problem with, okay, you're in this situation, only one solution will work.
Well, yeah, this game, it has while it's not a Metroidvania, and none of the Arkham games are, it has a lot of the same blood as a Metroidvania, where there are very specific problems and very specific solutions.
Okay,
and each tool serves a solution for those specific problems.
Okay, this has come up before. I didn't have really a good opportunity for this. I'm going to go ahead and ask this now.
Too, huh?
What is a Metrovania, and what does it have to do with gaming?
Oh, sure. Okay, so Metroidvania is a fan-named genre of games. Oh, hey. That's interesting. Oh, there's a button!
There's a button, and there's also a weak wall there.
Yeah, you probably can't reach that yet since you have the backlog thing. But anyway, so Metroidvania is the name comes from a portmanteau of the series Metroid and the series Castlevania. Oh, there you go. And Metroid That's the series of games with the intergalactic bounty hunter Samus, the one of the in the orange armor. And it's a game about open-ended map exploration where there are a series of checkpoints that you can encounter for a variety of areas that you can't access because you might need a certain specific something to progress, and it encourages a lot of backtracking. Like, let's say you're going through the green level, then you find a purple door. And the purple door can only be opened by the purple missiles or something. I've been making all this up.
Right.
And you go past the purple door, okay, there's a purple door, I guess I'll need to come back for that. And then later, you kill a boss, and it says, you got the purple launcher, and you think, aha, I bet that opens that purple door back there. And you go back to the purple door, and now you can open it and progress. And that's the basic idea. You just build off of that. Continue.
Damn it.
Castlevania is, well, you know what Castlevania is.
Yeah, I played Castlevania briefly.
Yes, we played Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which was the first major Metroidvania to be recognized. Because Castlevania, which was already a series of precision platformers with its gothic Dracula vibes, incorporated the open map exploration. You don't need to be messing around with this. You just need to push the button again, I think. But anyway.
Okay, I'll push it again then.
You damaged the wall, and now you need to keep damaging the wall.
Okay, that doesn't...
Oh! You need some other way to move the metal then. Probably one of your gadgets can do it. Anyway. So, Castlevania Symphony of the Night took the gothic platformer elements from its own series and combined it with the sprawling, progression-based map exploration. And that was the first Metroidvania. So a lot of games have this idea of collecting a variety of tools to circumvent a variety of precise obstacles. And Batman Arkham borrows a lot of that, where you get different gadgets, and each of these gadgets are designed to handle a specific problem. And you just expand your repertoire of these solutions as you go. And you learn to recognize the... Oh, he's dead. That's a good idea. And you learn to identify the tells, the nonverbal signs, you know. If it's a purple door, use the purple missile. Batman Arkham is just that, on a sprawling scale, where these things are for bat claws, and these things are for batarangs, and etc.
Yeah, those of you who are watching and listening could not see how I was flailing my arms in frustration when I finally got the... when I finally did the specific ritual combination of events to get the wall out of the way.
It was a pretty natural progression, though. I mean,
I'm glad it was for you.
You can identify the button, and pushing the button slam the crane into it.
Repeating the ritual is not going to have it seem as though it should have been any more automatic to me. So I was like, okay, so up until now, everything gets used once, and then move... Okay, this time I use it twice, and then and only then I can climb, even though there was something there that I should have been able to climb on before, but I had to fulfill the ritual in order to unlock it.
It was pretty clearly not a way to climb until you made that opening. When the payload slammed into the wall, it got stuck, and there was nowhere near a Batman-sized gap to get through. So
there didn't need to be a Batman-sized gap. There just needed to be a way to climb up. And I tried that, and it didn't work. There were plenty.
Stand.
I could have stood on the metal that the crane was holding.
Okay, well, that wouldn't have occurred to me, but...
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's a different philosophy. And it's... I mean... It's one that occasionally I kind of get tripped up by.
Like I said, for me, the logic is really clear. You see an interactable, you used it, it did something, but it didn't do all of the something you needed. So you ask yourself, what else?
Okay,
what other options do I have? Well, maybe I could try the same thing again.
Yeah, I understand that in the abstract, but none of these are abstractables.
Okay, well...
There's nothing here that is an abstract... Pardon me, there's nothing here that's an interactable. There's opponents, there's objects, and each object is unique and has its own... It has its own particular qualities.
They're essentially all just icons and signifiers, and you just learn to speak the language of those signifiers. You did the triple cape stun again, so
Yeah, him I can't.
yeah, you do the single cape and then beat down, or triple cape stun then ground takedown.
Yeah.
Arise, arise,
Even
chicken, chicken, arise, arise, chicken. I don't get that reference.
So, to me, I'm looking at the pixels, and usually, but not always, translating them successfully into objects and opponents, and trying to figure out how I'm supposed to deal with them while the cues on the screen sometimes, usually, are accurate as to what I need to do, but sometimes are not. And, again, good game. It's a good time, having fun, but there are points that it gets very frustrating.
Yeah.
Because there are, for lack of better terminology, there are intellectual reflexes.
Yeah.
That I do not possess, that the game is counting on my having.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yeah, I saw some of that, not all of it, but yeah, you're right. It really is an entirely different language, and it took me watching you play games and watching you have struggles that I don't, for me to really recognize the advantages that I have for having grown up with that language. And I've touched on this before as well, but I do think calling it a language or intellectual reflex are pretty good analogies, because I learned to play games around the same time I was learning to read and write and speak properly. And from what little I understand about the science involved, when it comes to learning foundational knowledge like a language, it is infinitely easier for a human to take a series of a system of thought like that into themselves as a child than as an adult. So I learned this language at the best possible time to learn it, which is when I was growing up and learning everything else about the world, is when I was also learning games. Games ran parallel with me learning how to think complicated thoughts.
Yeah.
So naturally, it's second nature to me in ways that I largely don't even appreciate.
Yeah, and again,
but that's not to say that I want to just give up any hope that it will become natural to you eventually through sheer repetition and exposure. But I have seen some people suggest, like, we don't have anywhere near enough scientific data to really know for sure, but people have suggested it may not be possible for someone playing video games starting late enough in their life to get to the point of reflexive skill as someone who grew up with them. And I admit that thought would be disappointing if that turned out to be just a hard science rule or something, as opposed to just a pattern. But such things rarely are hard rules, so... Oh well, crap, there's a jammer. So we wanted to go back to the Batcave and do training, but I don't think there's going to be time for that, because you just keep getting sent from one to the next, and it's almost our usual sign-off time.
So, well, that's fine, because I've only encountered one knife fighter thus far during this. So
there you go. Opportunistic flying mammal. Whee! I'll check here by the door.
Yeah, well,
and that jammer jackass.
Yeah.
They get so much worse, by the way. I think it's in this game they introduce a variety of enemy that, while you're in detective mode, they can tell that you're into detective mode and start to triangulate your location the longer you use it. So you have to go in and out of it occasionally to keep them from locating you.
Well,
they have like scanner technology.
It does kind of make sense that they would come up with something like that eventually. Okay. I was concerned when the jammer guy was in the middle of that group, but it looks like they're breaking up a little bit. So.
Oh, damn it. He went to a less advantageous angle down there.
That's
and now he's
alright.
playing with his friend.
That's alright.
Tag, you're it.
Yes. Yeah, and allow me to reiterate, it's...
Cut due to having Chris being... Oh, I didn't read the first part. Oh, trivia for Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Wong was to be in RE8 to help Ethan's mission. She was also to have a DLC to help Chris on his mission as well. She was cut due to having Chris being a legacy character. Huh. Due to having Chris being a legacy character. So, I'm not sure what you mean there. Do you mean they basically had a quota on legacy characters that they wanted to have in the new games, and they already had Chris, so having Ada would have been too crowded? It's a pretty good one. You didn't see shit, so... Oh, that dude's right under a gargoyle! Ooh. Your left.
Yeah, couldn't see him.
Oh, he still is. Wow, you suck worse than my little sister. Yes, okay, so I did understand. Alright. That guy just lives by that door under the gargoyle to your right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. They already had too many characters and not enough story to have her involved. That makes sense. I really like Village, but there's something about 7 that leaves me preferring it every time.
Dude, yeah, I cut that dude and he just fell like 20 feet on his head.
He's fine.
I don't understand this.
He's fine.
I'm not cool with this.
That's the thing that's just a consistent punchline in, oh, are you really going to give this to me? Oh, how wonderful. This is a consistent punchline in the Arkham series. Oh, what? Come on. How did that not count? What the fuck?
Apparently it didn't.
That sucks. Is all the situations that Batman puts the thugs through that they realistically shouldn't survive because but they do, so don't worry about it. This spot's mine. He camps right underneath a guy who's dangling upside down. It's like planting yourself right underneath a gargantuan spider web and being like, this is safe.
Okay, the guy that I'm focused on currently, note, condition calm.
The guy who's laying on the ground?
And has had his head rammed between his shoulder blades? Yeah.
What the... Okay, yeah.
That is not what I meant to do.
Whoops. Silent take that. Okay.
Okay, that was lucky.
Very lucky. Yeah, did you press circle when you meant to press square?
I think so. I'd have to look at the controller to see which button is which.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Yeah, you can't do it inverted on him because of the body already dangling. If you cut the body loose, then you could do it inverted.
I'm not comfortable with that.
That would scare the crap out of him, though. That would amuse me.
Okay,
His
apparently
body just dropping on top of him.
I'm gonna do this.
Why do they like that spot? It's not a good spot.
Now you figure that one out.
That was fucking absurd. Oh yeah, artwork of Ada the Plague Doctor outfit. That sounds sexy, honestly. I'm gonna say that right up front. That sounds really sexy. Plague Doctor Ada sounds sexy. Anyway, that was fucking hilarious. Again, there are these little oddities in Origins version of the system that I just don't think could happen in any other Arkham game. And that is definitely one of them. Like, there are ways in which they try to counteract some of the more cheesy strategies, and then they create more abusable opportunities like this. This is so ridiculous!
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. La 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 la.
What the fuck? Oh, this delights me. This should not work. I love it. What's that? What could that have been?
La la la.
Oh my god, his friend was right in front of him and he didn't fucking notice. Oh my god. This is a fucking self-parody at this point. This is great.
I think I do.
He's the last one.
He's the last one. I mean, before I take him down, let's just take an opportunity and just. Here are the bodies. What the hell?
Is he gonna do? Yes! Yes!
And now the final one. The cherry on the sundae, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing about this that makes any sense. Nothing.
5 of them.
What the hell?
Dark Knight challenge complete. Complete the spell sequence without being seen.
And it's like,
oh my god.
and it's like,
That was
really,
I must
really,
have
really.
fucking Joker gas. Jesus Christ.
What the hell? Just look at this.
Every time I look at the pile of bodies, I lose it.
I'm sorry, RE fan. I'm hysterical beyond the capacity for rational thought.
That's like 6. How many is that? Is that 5 or 6?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 down there.
Oh my fucking god.
6. RE fan counts 6.
Holy shit. Oh, my chest hurts.
I mean, why? Just how would that happen?
You took down 6 of them on the same statue. Okay, I'm starting to remember how to breathe. Oh my god.
And meanwhile, here's Black Mask, just like, are you through? Are you done? Enough with the theatrics. Get in here and cut me down. He's like, I love how with everything that's going on, he's just like, are you finished?
Yep.
Are you finished?
Can we wrap this up? I'll be late for the latest episode of Better Call Saul. What happened to the 6th guy? Pussed down like a bitch. Pussed down like a bitch. Okay, well, very good. Get your ass in here and untie me.
Yeah, I'll just walk through here like a badass. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Oh, okay, that's apparently leaving. Right.
Oh, okay, apparently.
Where is Sionis? In there? Yeah, he's in there.
Oh, okay, he's in there. I went to the wrong door.
That's why they kept going there, dude. That's why they were programmed to prioritize that spot to the point of self-destruction. Was because that's the door with Sionis. Oh! No!
I feel that this was an oversight.
No!
Dun 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 dun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh god. Shut up, Sionis.
I can't help but feel that there may
major
have
fucking oversight. It's an easy mistake to make when you're programming AI, though, to like, okay, this is important, they should prioritize this, and then they get such tunnel vision over the priority that they lose all other sense of basic preservation. You have to be very careful about AI programming for that reason. Well, that looks uncomfortable. Hey, Roman, how you hanging?
Yeah.
Whoop! Pretty well, apparently. Whoop!
Oh, ow.
Right. So yeah, his mask clearly wasn't grafted on in this one. Not yet, anyway.
Now the torture begins.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, hello.
Damn, bro.
Holy crap. Like I say, not a coward. Oh, wow. Ooh,
Yeah.
is that Anaconda? No, no, Copperhead. Okay.
My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't.
That is not where I was heading with that. That's Black Mask. Don't assume that he's a fallen king.
This is a setback.
The
Oh
advantage
crap!
being, yeah, well, her claws are poisonous, man.
That's a pretty raw line, though.
Yeah. New objective. Scan a sample of.
Sample a scamful of the poison. E2. Sample. Sample to scample the pample.
Okay. Yeah, that's great, but her being all sweaty is not the evidence I was looking for.
Oh, you went outside the investigation area.
Uh,
What you're looking for has to be within this field. Maybe the way she left.
yeah, she could have dropped
Oh.
anything, so I'm scanning everything.
Oh, I see.
Have you considered analyzing your own wound? There would be some on the entrance wound. You could just you could just do that.
Okay, so you're gonna need to rewind through her entrance and look for wherever the red appears.
Or I could touch my own face. Touching my own face would be a great thing.
Oh.
Aha.
Leave some there?
Maybe.
Hallucination, muscle weakness. Those are just the first symptoms. That's Sheva's actress. Yeah, but, oh boy, Bruce has seen better days.
Oh. Okay, I have no idea.
I don't think you've got the stamina to do any grappling.
No, apparently not. Apparently I'm just gonna...
Does that mean leaving the way you came? Oh crap! Time for some hallucinations. Oh no, was that her or?
No, that was a hallucination. If he ends up being tormented by the bats that inspired him, that would be very appropriate. Ooh. Interesting. So,
Oh, is that Commissioner Lowe? He died at the start.
Batman being haunted by his perception of his failures.
Yep.
Maybe.
I'll get back to you on that. I
Man.
need some Tylenol and some chicken noodle and lie down.
Yeah. Dude, imagine the kind of physical shape he must be in that he's lasted this long.
Yeah.
So, all right, DC's Copperhead, I don't really know much about.
I don't know anything about her. Alright, big ol' boss fight time. Defeat Copperhead. I trust only Jesus. I think you hit the real one back there.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Make sure you prioritize those counters.
Yeah, I am. I'm just not going to claim to be very good at it.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, I wasn't given enough time to react.
Oh shit, the blade dodge! Just hold triangle and pull the left stick away from her for the entire duration of her swings.
See that?
What? You punched.
No, I pushed the triangle button, I'm sure of it. But I pushed it too late. Because she came at me from off screen.
She's gonna keep doing that blade attack.
You know, that time I was not parrying, I was trying to attack.
Oh.
Remember, when you're in combat, for God's sake, don't attack. And it's hard for me to do that. And, you know, that part, that's distinctly not the game at all. That's all me.
You can get her, though. For your first attempt, that was pretty solid. Just keep an eye out for when she does those blade attacks, and hold triangle and then pull back on the stick until she stops swinging.
Yeah, it's really difficult to do that. I mean, it's simple, but that doesn't make it easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wait, push your two bats.
When do I get control? Right now. Okay. Push the...
This bit of copperheads, Raccoon City's destruction. Put them tis. with it. It's really hard to switch off your reflex to tap triangle to counter, and to hold triangle to blade counter. Or blade dodge. That was just a glitch back there.
Ah.
Woo! Next phase.
Bite me. God.
All right, third and final phase. Shit, go to your level up screen and buy a health upgrade, and you'll heal. I just remembered that.
Really?
Yeah. If you go to the close combat upgrade and then buy another tier of melee armor, you should heal mid-fight. Speedrunners actually use that trick in some situations.
Huh.
Yeah, you want the punch armor up one. Yeah, the combat armor. That should heal you up to your new maximum once you buy it. Just remembered that. I was like, oh, we can save this.
All right. Okay, we're going to try this. Everybody ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Anticlimactic, but back to our show.
Back to the show. Yeah, okay, well, you refilled your extra armor, not your base armor, but still, it's a lot more health. Oh.
Pure luck. Get off me, get off me, get off me. Oh, that was not even fair.
They're just gonna do this blue thing where there's a dive from off screen. Oh, there it is. Oh, the cure! Get to the antidote!
Put it in me.
Right, you reached a cutscene. It's got to be a checkpoint, if not the end of the fight.
Hopefully.
That was really close, even with the health refill at the end there. Oh, wow.
Damn.
It's like as soon as you're back to full vitality, you just fucking body her.
No. Set me free, Pendejo. Okay.
Yeah, as soon as she said all the assassins will be there. Okay, good. Yeah, he tipped off the cops to look inside the container and get deal with Copperhead for him. He wouldn't just leave her there forever. Yep. Find the rest of the assassins. Alright, that's our next objective.
Whew. Okay.
Well, looks like we ended on a boss fight. Cool.
Awesome. All right. And I think that that's a perfect place to call it for this evening.
All right.
And by the way, real quick, I won't take long. I'll just talk over Copperhead because she doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, the not-for-profit for this weekend is Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders helps people who are struggling with any manner of medical emergencies due to either war or natural catastrophes throughout. It's something over 70 countries. And right now, we've been having too many of those happen as it is. So if you can, send them some love. If you can't, please consider giving them a signal boost, because, well, after all, that's what I'm doing. But it is time for us to call our show. But before we go, I'd like to give a special thank you to all of our supporters, present and future, especially Cryptid Rhea and Guinevere.
There they are.
Yay!
Sorry.
No worries. And most especially of all, you know him, you love him, Laughing Gremlin, my personal savior without whom none of this would be possible.
Who is here right at the end. Hello, Laughing Gremlin.
Pardon me. And if you would like to support what we do, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/Coyote de la Mancha. And when you do, please let me know via email or patron message if there's a particular color you'd like your name to be displayed in. Or for a one-time donation, you can go to ko-fi.com/Coyote de la Mancha. Whew. Right at the end. So until next time, tune in when we will see about tracking down the Joker, the other assassins, and of course, a rematch with the Electrocutioner. Same bat time, same bat channel. Everybody be good to each other. Have a good life, and I will see you sometime again.